let's just take a look at one of each type of graph, and we're going to answer some questions about it. So I'm going to show you a couple graphs. Your job is make sure you have your pencil and your piece of paper, or it could be a crayon, that's okay, or a marker, and you don't need to copy down anything from my work. But what you do need to do is I'll ask you a question and I want you to write down number sentences to find the answer. So let's get started. First off, we have a table. This table shows the number of different categories of food that are at a restaurant. So let's answer some questions about the data. A, which food has the most tallies? I want you to write down A and pick up your pencil and write down the name of the food that has the most tallies. If you wrote down pizza, you are right. Pizza has the most. It has 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Wow. B, which food has the least tallies? Write down B and then write down the name of the food that has the least. That means the fewest. If you wrote down hot dogs, you are right. Hot dogs have the least tallies. They have 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, next question, C. How many foods are there in all? In all means that we're going to add together all the different amounts. And you could write a number sentence like this, but pause. There's an easier way when we have tallies. Since we're doing in all, I would skip count by fives first, and then I'd go back and count all the extra ones. So let's just try that together. You could try and solve this one too by using strategies you know, but I think the strategy is going to be easier. Let's skip count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So I've got 50 in fives, and then 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So I've got 60 all together. Last question. How would the data change if there were 10 more burgers? How many burgers would there be and how many would there be in all? Well, if I did 10 more burgers, I have 16 right now. That's 26 burgers, and there would be 70 foods in all because we had 60 and we would do 10 more. All right, let's move on to our picture graph. This picture graph shows how different children get to school, so let's interpret the data. I'm going to move my face over here so we can see. A, how many children came to school in all? I want you to write down a number sentence to find out how many children came to school in all. Go ahead and do that. Pause the video right now because I'm just going to go ahead and explain it. So you want to look at in all means we're going to take the number in each category. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that walked, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in cars, 4 in bicycles, and 3 in buses. So it's 7 plus 6 plus 4 plus 3. Then I'm just going to look for facts I know. 6 plus 4 is 10, 7 plus 3 is 10, so 2 tens is 20 children. How did most children get to school? Write down B and then write down the way that most children got to school. If you wrote down that they walked or they did walking, you're right, that's the most. Now C, how many children did not walk to school? Did not walk. So that's going to be all the other children that got to school different ways. So you're going to want to add together the cars, the bikes, and the buses. Your number sentence could look like 6 plus 4 plus 3. And you could just count all of these pictures or add these together, but you're going to get 13 children in all. Last question. How many fewer children came by bike than by car? I wonder if you remember if we should add or subtract. Because it says how many fewer, we're going to subtract. So there were 1, 2, 3, 4 that came by bike, and 1, 2, 3 that came by bus. Oh, sorry, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that came by car. So bike and car. So write down your subtraction sentence. 6 minus 4. Now the answer is going to be 2. So there were 2 fewer children on bike than by car. All right, we have one more graph, and it's going to be a bar graph. So we've already done a table, we've already done a picture graph, and now we're going to do a bar graph. So let's check out this bar graph. This bar graph shows how many pennies Carmen saved on each day of the week. So let's work together to interpret this data. On which day did she save the most? On which day did she save the least? How much did she save in all? And then we're going to do a comparison problem. So write down A, and then write down the day of the week she saved the most. If you wrote down Saturday, you are right. On Saturday, she saved the most because it's the tallest. Which day did she save the least? Write down B and write down that day of the week. If you wrote down Monday, you are right because that's the shortest one. That's the least. Now, how much did she save in all? Let's look closely at our first day, Saturday. It's in between the 16 and the 14. What number is right in between 16 and 14? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So Saturday was 15 because it's right in between those two. So I'd have 15 plus 10 for Sunday plus 4 for Monday plus, in between 6 and 8, that's 7, so plus 7 for Tuesday. So write down this number sentence and let's solve it. 15 plus 10 is 25. 25 plus 4 is 26, 27, 28, 29. And then 29 plus 7, well, one more to 30, so 30 plus 6 is 36. So she saved 36 cents in all. Part D, how much more did she save on Saturday than on Monday? How much more is a clue that you need to do what, everybody? Subtract. So Saturday and Monday. Remember, Saturday had 15 and Monday had 4. So write down your subtraction sentence. It is 15 minus 4. So 15 minus 4 equals 11. So she saves 11 more cents on Saturday than on Monday. Whoa! We just solved so many problems and we did so much great work interpreting data. Now it's your turn to do just a few more problems on your own with Google Classroom. If it's feeling tricky or you're not sure about a question, that's okay. Just do your best. And it's okay to make a mistake. We're going to keep learning a little bit more about data next week too. But that is all of the math lessons for this week. You guys have done an amazing job learning at home. If any of it's feeling too tricky or hard, just ask your teacher for help, okay? But I'm so proud of you, and just make sure that you've finished all your math work for this week, and then I hope you have a great weekend. I love you guys. Bye.